Yeah. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody?
Hope everyone's doing well. My friend BK Blaster is right here,
And a happy Friday.
and Boom Boom Bailey is sitting over here.
Say right there.
You goofball.
That's because it's 110 degrees outside.
Yeah, well,
Today is a low of 82.
a low of
A
82.
low of 82.
Nice. I'm glad we had some low temperatures then.
And in 6 months, we'll be complaining it's cold.
Yes, we will be. I won't be. I'd rather it be cold than anything. I'd be cold.
Well, see here, I can handle the heat. I can do that.
Dude, Bill, you can only take off so many clothes. It gets hot, you start taking off clothes, and you can only get so many off, and then it's still hot. Cold, you can put on a coat, a couple coats, and you start warming up.
Yeah, but you can put all the clothes on you want to, and you're still not warm.
Well, that's something wrong with you then, because if I put on a big coat, I feel warm. I have that awesome Carhartt big green, like freaking parka. Oh, I am so toasty in that thing when it's pouring down snow. No, when it's snowing or it's pouring down ice or whatever, that thing is friggin' awesome. I love that thing. No doubt about it. So, folks, how are you guys? LMB, we are here and we are going to be playing some music for you today. How about that?
Lots of good music.
In fact, actually, we're going to go ahead and have some feedback right now because I'm going to listen to how. That's the old one.
It's not live.
Well, we should be live, boy, Hetty. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe it's not on your page anymore. Maybe I didn't save it to Bill Knowles. We're checking stuff out here, folks. Yes, indeedy we are.
I can go to your page.
All right, let's see if I can watch this. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Hey.
The Bailey Daily comes up.
There it is. So we're live here on More Joy.
Test, test, test.
It's going to start feeding back in a second.
Why is the Bailey Daily show up?
Huh?
Why is the Bailey Daily show up?
I don't know why it's up. I don't know why it's driving me nuts. Stupid. It's okay. Whatever.
Whatever. It's our show.
I don't know how to change that, Bill. If I could figure that out, I would do it. It says LMB Show, though. It's not supposed to be that. I don't know why it is that. I looked for it and I couldn't figure that out. And this is all YouTube. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need to watch this right now. You're still watching your page, so we haven't shared to your page, I don't think. Do you see the Bailey Daily?
Yeah, it is up there.
Click on it. That should bring you to this live feed. That should bring you to this live feed.
Off Facebook? Still.
All right. Hold on, stand by.
So what we need to do in the future is have.
Oh, remember, it takes a little bit for it to get up there.
But in the future, the live should be just a camera shot of you, just a camera shot of me, not the whole.
I can't have two cameras right now with this setup. This only takes one camera, and YouTube only does one camera. So I agree with you. Now put your camera. Why don't you put your microphone so it's not blocking your face on the other side of your face, like here. That way your face is not blocked, and everyone can see your pretty face. There you go. All right. So I'm on Bill Knowles's. I'm on the More Joy page, rather. Sorry.
No, Facebook.
And I need to do. This is what it is. Okay, it's on my thing too. All right. Say something. You have to sign into Google to chat. That's freaking crazy. All right. Well, anyway, we're on, Bill. So let's do our thing. This is a new feature here with this. I don't know why the daily picture is there.
Okay. You ready?
Very odd. I was born ready.
Ready?
I was born ready, Johnny.
You need to pump my voice up.
Huh?
You need to pump my voice up.
Is it plugged in good? Now talk.
Test. Still like in the background.
Oh, no.
Helps if it's on. Helps if it's on. Now do it.
Helps if it's on.
Jesus. Lower.
Lower.
That's good.
That should be perfect.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, now we can do it. Okay.
All right,
It's
Bill.
the LMB Show!
Live from the
Take-
CCI Screen Printing Studios, it's BK Blaster.
And Boom Boom Bailey. As we
All
do
right.
like 10 freaking takes of this thing and try to get
Exactly.
it off the ground. La.
So let me test something out here, big guy. So I have this plug in here. Oh, we can both hear this on the headset. Put on your headset, Johnny.
Hold on, let me log out.
And you can hear everything.
Blame it on the heat. It's so freaking hot outside.
It'll make you crazy is what it'll do. How come I'm not hearing
Bow.
you? Are you hearing you? Are you hearing? Oh, there. That's why.
I gotta get this.
No, that's not why.
Bow.
Why are we not hearing each other?
Test.
Test.
I can't hear you.
See something here.
But if you play the music, then I don't have to worry about having the headphones
Well,
on.
let me see if the music will work. No, I plugged in the music, so.
You wanted the best and you got the best.
Nope.
The hottest band in the world, Kiss!
If you just played that way, I'll hear it. Doesn't matter.
I want the people listening.
On Facebook.
On Saturday night. The radio's the only night. I love you both are through.
So we're just on Facebook tonight.
So we're just on Facebook tonight, folks. No, we're not on Facebook. We're on YouTube, but YouTube is linked to Facebook,
Okay.
so you can watch us.
Maybe that's why we can't play music. Okay. Because
So you can watch us. You can watch us.
maybe that's why we can't play music.
Maybe that's why we can't play music.
We may have to just go back to doing a radio show.
Let me see if the music will work. Hold on. No, I plugged in the music, so let's see if we hear anything. But why can't I hear it?
I don't know.
So it is working.
But is Facebook going to kick it off because it's...
So if you just played that
I know, but you're connected to matter.
I want the people listening.
Well, if you can play the music and they can hear it, fine. Let's roll on.
On Saturday night. The radio's the only night.
So let's get the show started. So we're just on Facebook tonight.
So we're just on Facebook tonight, folks.
Well, we're live. Let's
no,
not mess
we're on
around with it.
YouTube. It was linked
Talk.
to Facebook.
Okay.
So you can watch us.
Well,
Maybe
okay.
that's why
Well,
can't
here we
play
go.
music, because
So,
watch us.
maybe that's why we can't. Training camp start up, which can only mean one thing. That would be SJFF. We may have to just go back to doing a radio show. And how many years are we doing that? We've been doing it since 94? Is that the first year we did it? Because we did it back in the apartment days. I don't know. I'm almost positive 94. 94, 2004, 2014. 25 years. But his Facebook had to kick it off because we should celebrate this month.
You just played that.
I know, but you connected to the championships have you
I
won?
want the people listening.
You've won one. I think I've won two. That's right. This is Roger and Ethan. Why?
If you can play the music,
Because those bitches have they've had the trophy at their house for like the last 7-8 years. Can you remember any of your names? Any of your team names? And do you go online to look up to try and find funny names for this year, or do you random OHB?
Random OHB. Last minute, quick crap.
What was your name last year?
Don't even ask. I don't even know. I think it was this guy. Do you know what it was? It was the name of that team that scored like last second win. The team that was like high school team or something like that. It was a crazy viral win they had, and I named my team after them.
No, I can't remember that. But I know you had a total bromance with Todd Gurley. Like you had to have that was like. Did you get number one pick?
Did I get the number one pick?
Did you? I think you did.
You do.
I think you had the number one pick. This isn't gonna stretch.
It's not. It's tied up on something because you should have plenty. Oh, it's because it is tied up on something. So.
Okay.
Can you get that to work for you, or do you need me to put the
It's not gonna. No,
extension
yeah.
right here?
Or just go over top. Can you go over top?
Well, you can't pull the headphones through there.
See if that works.
Use the extension.
Yo. I do need the extension. Why is this? Because we don't have the feedback?
That's right.
Got it.
All right, you hear yourself okay?
I can. Now I can hear it.
All right.
So try some music.
Yeah, one of my mic's not working. Check 1 2 1 2. All right, now. Check.
Is it on?
Oh, apparently not. Hello.
There it goes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can barely hear myself. Oh, that's
As long as the people can hear
I
you.
know why.
As long as the people can hear you.
All right, now I can hear me.
Yes,
good.
Nate,
All right, jeez. All right, Bailey, one of these days you're going to figure out how to use all this equipment, and then we'll be in trouble. All right, so now, Bill, we can listen to things.
How do we sound?
This is all you, buddy, right here. All right, so what's your memory of this song, Bill? You know what my memory was? Everybody else memorized it, and I had no idea what you were saying.
So this is for YouTube, and everyone can hear us.
Yes, everyone can hear us now, brother.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Positive?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm surely
Because we don't have it in the budget yet to have an engineer, nor do we have it in the budget to have a producer.
You know what we need, though? We need a couple interns.
Yeah.
Preferably, no, never mind. I'm not going there. Any kind of intern would be great. Actually, Bo Tran, one of my good guys, he might want to come out and help us out, actually. Or Christine Elizabeth could be one of ours. Chrissy!
We need people to call in. We need people to tell us how we're doing. as we get started.
All right, so what do we want to do?
We're just getting warmed up at this point.
Yeah, we are. We really are. Actually, we need to come up. I need to have
Hold
a
on.
good open. Man.
Hold on. I can't do it. Okay. There
You
you go.
trying to burp?
Yeah, I was trying to.
I can burp whenever I want. How about that? All right. So I got another question for you, Bill.
Go ahead.
This song, you ready? What does this make you think of? This is like
This will
mother
drain you,
and
but you know
father.
what this makes me think of?
What?
Charlotte was at JMU in '87,
Oh god.
and didn't we go down to visit her? And we went to one of her apartment parties or whatever. I don't know why this song.
Was it Halloween?
It wasn't
Oh,
this
you were
song.
probably making out
No,
with girls.
no. It's not this song. It was Oh crap! It was
Lady in Red.
No. Modern English. What's
English,
their hit?
yes. Oh, I'll melt with you.
That's the song.
I'll melt
That's the
with
song.
you in
Yeah, that was
the
the song.
So you say okay. So you have 2 daughters, right?
Yes.
All right. So my question to you is this: do you remember this? This is for those of you who have children.
If there's a place you gotta go, I'm the one you need to know. I'm the map.
Remember this?
I'm the map. If there's a place you gotta get, I can get you there, I bet. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh,
I'm the map.
dude, we can have conversations with how many different shows and
Oh.
stuff we watched.
All right, turn it off.
Hold on. I gotta see something.
Oh God. You can't even really hear me though.
I can hear you.
Oh, there I am. Okay, good.
Yeah, but you have bright ass lights. You're like you're on Broadway or something.
You only have one light in here, Bill. It's on both of us.
Yeah, but it's on you. If you look at it, it's on you.
That's because you're sitting way out of the.
I am, dude. I can't sit up. Okay, whatever. I'm done.
Okay, I'll fix it.
I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so, oh my God, Dora, Wiggles,
Oh, the Wiggles, Mike. I took my kids-
SpongeBob. Oh, do we still got DVDs?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Somewhere in the house, because now I got niece and nephew, and so when they come over, all the shows get played for them, and I can guarantee. Are the Wiggles still alive?
The Wiggles.
Do they still tour?
Yeah.
But not the original.
Millions.
Not the original 4 though.
6. I think there were 6 of them originally.
No, it was
and
originally
then they-
4.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna.
Because
argue
I
with you.
watched it enough.
Believe me, I did too. And we saw them live at Sesame Street Place up in Philadelphia. They were performing there. It was a coup. We happened to just show up, and it was like the Wiggles are playing today, and we were like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Well, you know how I knew the Wiggles went too far?
When they were at the Capitol Center. and-
No, they were at the Patriots Center.
Oh, Patriots Center.
And of course, we go to buy a shirt, and it says Wiggles World Tour, Fairfax, Virginia. I'm like, oh my God, it's gotten out of control. And I'm sure we've got Wiggle stuff somewhere in the house.
I need to sit up straight.
I can't sit up straight; my back's hurting. Yeah, like Saturday morning, like 6 a.m. Kids are up, getting cereal,
Watching Wiggles.
watching Wiggles downstairs. I mean, you got to be there because you can't. They're too young for them to be by themselves. So someone's gonna be downstairs, and half time I'm gonna sleep on the couch while they're just watching a TV show. But it was the Wiggles and Dora, Hannah Montana. Oh my God, SpongeBob.
And then there's this. Okay, that's not what I wanted on.
No, that's Smoking the Bandit.
Here it is.
Break a one.
This is a snowman.
It's a snowman out there. My head in your shine.
One of the best movies.
Mercy sakes, you put about 8.5 on me. Blowing the windows out. Bring it on. I'll be within earshot. You keep it wound up to around 90. Good boy. Hey, Bandit. Me and Fred got a question.
It's one of the
Yes,
best
Fred,
movies.
Mom, how come we doing this? Well, why not? Well, he said it couldn't be done. Well, that's the reason, son. That's good with Fred. We're clear. And four.
Awesome. That is awesome. Oh, and so here's the other thing that Bailey came up with. Hold on. Where is it? Here it is. I have something else that I've discovered, Mr. Knowles, Mr. BK Blaster. except for I don't have Alan here. I don't know why. I don't have him. Anyway, whatever. You know that song 5 o'clock somewhere? It's 5 o'clock Okay, he sings. It's 12:30, but I don't care because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yes.
If it's 12:30, it's not 5 o'clock anywhere. It's 5:30 or it's 4:30 or it's 3:30 because the time is on the hour. Everywhere in the world, it's on the hour. There's no half hours when it's an hour.
Are you saying that you're jealous that it's 5 o'clock somewhere else?
No, what I'm saying is if it's 12:30 anywhere, it's not 5 o'clock anywhere because it's something 30 everywhere else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't have 12:30 and then 5 o'clock in Germany. If you have 5 o'clock in Germany, guess what time it is here? 11 a.m. because it's 6 hours ahead. Okay. So you can't be 11:30 and then 5 o'clock. It has to be 5:30. So I don't know. It's just weird.
And when the show goes off the rails, this is what I'm going to play.
I have that too.
That's when the show's going off the rails and you go on a tangent. I'm going to be playing this every time.
What can I tell you, man?
So let's get back to what we were talking about.
I got a song for you, Bill.
Oh, stop with your songs. Unless it's a really good song.
It's a really good song. It's a song for you. What you just did to me. I put the real one on too. Okay, see, Pho. It was the real one. It was the original.
Can I play it, or is it on YouTube? I can't play it.
What's that?
You know what I want to play?
No, I forget. Talk to me.
Do they allow language on YouTube?
I don't know why not. I mean, they're not supposed to. No.
Can I do it anyway?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like maybe we should be nice.
Yeah.
This is our
I should.
I got a good song for us. What do you think about this? We have, ladies and gentlemen, we have not yet selected a song to open our show with.
Oh, I could tell you what song to open up with. Oh, wait a second. I know this song. Hold on. Oh, this is oh shit. Clarence Clemens.
Use curse.
Oh, sorry. Clarence Clemens and good friend of mine, Jackson Brown. It's a good song.
This is a good song.
The Big Man.
Isn't this a cool song to open up the show to? All right, so we're opening the show. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to the LMB Show. All right, we're starting right now.
We always say we're starting.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
But it's random because
this is a shirt that Bill's wearing. Look at this shirt Bill's wearing. He's wearing a Jamaica shirt. Why are you wearing a Jamaica shirt, Bill?
Because I went
You're not from Jamaica, man.
But I feel like I'm Jamaica, man.
Than you.
No, we went to Jamaica back for spring break.
I went right into Italian there. Did you know that? You. Did you make a you? Sorry, go ahead.
You should do the whole show talking in German.
Nein, wir können es nicht tun.
Because you can cuss and no one will know.
Ach du Liebe, nein.
Yeah.
Nein, scheiße. Nein.
You could tell the entire audience to
Wecken Sie mich auf meinen Pimmel.
Take a flying leap and they'd have no idea unless they understand German.
Wecken Sie auf meinen Pimmel, ja, bitte? Dankeschön. Okay.
Yeah, all I know is Scheiße. That's the only word I know.
Yeah, Dummkopf. You say Dummkopf. Scheißkopf. No,
we went to Jamaica in spring break, and the nicest people, super nice people. And I saw the Jersey in the airport. Yeah, money.
Well, they're getting paid. That's why they're nice.
Well, even if you went, even when you went, well, tourism is their main thing, and they're not going to screw around.
It's the same as Bahamas, man.
Yeah, tourism.
Hey, welcome,
America, man. You're American. We love you, man.
We're tip jar right here.
Exactly.
You want hurricane?
But I will say though, and I mean, even when you went on the outside the resort and you went up to Rick's Cafe and stuff, we went up to Rick's Cafe, did the whole cliff dive and la 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 la. But Emily, on the way back, Emily couldn't find her phone.
No.
Okay. So we're driving, we're panicking, la la la. She's a teenager, she's all pissed off, she lost her phone, and she goes from all smiles to
major breakdown.
I want to basically freaking kill somebody. That's how when a teenager loses their phone. They lose their minds.
Yeah.
Like Wi-Fi goes out, they lose their minds.
Because they're synced. You didn't know that the iPhone says 14-year-olds can sync to the iPhone.
Yeah, well, they lose their minds. So she was pissed. So we're back at the resort and basically tore the van apart, couldn't find it, went through her bag, la, la, la. And we said, where did you last have the phone? And she's like, well, I had it at Rick's Cafe. And we go, yeah, gone. It's gone. No. So we got the concierge. Concierge calls back to Rick's Cafe, la, la, la. Come to find out, somebody was super nice. God love them. They turned the phone into the gift shop. And they actually still had the phone. The guy who our taxi driver said that is a 1 in a million shot that you still have your phone.
I lost my phone
because the place was packed. It was packed full of people, and someone could just basically pick up the phone and
gone. Yeah,
but no, it was in the gift shop.
No, I had one of those. Remember the iPods that were? It was like the iPod Plus or something like that.
Right.
And the long thin one, because I still have that brick of an iPod. But this
I got mine somewhere too.
And I was in the Bahamas, came out of the pool, went in to go to the restroom, and I laid it down, right up on on top of the toilet rolls, whatever. And
toilet roll.
I came back out and I realized, ooh, damn. I mean, I realized it when I got to the pool. Which is not more than 50 meters from meters.
Right.
Anyway, not more than 50 yards from the bathroom. I went, ooh, damn. Turn around, went back, gone. I didn't see anybody coming out. I didn't see anybody going in.
Right.
I was like, what?
Right.
It was gone.
Right.
Never recovered. So had a lot of somebody got a lot of free music because that was all my iTunes music for DJing.
But I mean, it was going to be a brick anyway, and you weren't going to be able to get stuff off your phone. But the fact that someone was nice enough, because the place was packed full of tourists, the fact that someone actually turned in the gift shop, she was lucky as hell that she got her phone back. And the moment she found out, oh my God, she was thrilled. So the people, all the people in Jamaica were very nice. They were, you leave and there's some sketchy areas and stuff. But I saw this in the airport, and I love the colors of the country. I think it's so badass.
Yeah.
And I can only name 2 Jamaicans, Bob Marley and
Ziggy Marley.
No, Bob Marley and Usain Bolt. Those are the only 2 Jamaicans I know. Only names I can out of my ass.
Yeah.
We would play volleyball every day, and we got to know all the guys, and they were super nice. And I said to them, I'm just stupid tourist American. The flag. What does that represent?
Oh, nice.
What does it represent? I have no idea. And he was like, no one's ever asked that question before. I'm like, dude, you guys are super nice. I love the colors. What does it represent? So the flag, Jamaican flag, the black represents the black folks of Jamaica. Yellow represents the sun, and green represents all the foliage of the country.
Yeah, I know what green represents in Jamaica.
Cash.
Forget the foliage.
Cash. Well, but no, he said that's what it.
Yeah, man.
And
green, man. That's our number 1 export, man.
But no, that's what it represented, and I thought that was very cool. I was like, I didn't know. I was curious.
I don't know how I know. I just watch people go.
But you know what, dude?
Honest to God.
You know what? I could live there. It's the weather changes all of 10 degrees a day. 365 days a year.
Yeah.
It goes from 70 to 80. That's it. It never changes. No humidity. It's the same weather year round. Never changes. I could do that. I could totally do that.
Sure.
There's some sketchy areas of the country, but all around the people were very nice. But I just thought it was cool colors.
I like it. That's why I bought it. I like the green. I like bright colors. You see my neat socks on today.
No, it's cool. But no, you would ask people about Usain Bolt. Oh, dude's a freaking rock god. I know he's got a massive, huge mansion.
I
think it's near Montego Bay.
Jamaica. Jamaica is his land. That's where he's from, and I want to run for Jamaica.
That and the there were actually
African there too.
Well, so I'd go into one of the gift shops at the airport. You know how many Cool Runs movies they have? The DVDs are everywhere.
I know. I bet.
It was great. But no, a lot of Rastaman. And Bob Marley is beloved.
He's a god. Bob Marley is a god.
He's beloved.
He's the godfather of Jamaican Rasta.
So we're gonna. I hope people call in. I really do. I should tell Fred to call in. But the zaniness of our show. Yeah. So I had a couple thoughts today. Yeah. Of training camp startup. Thank God. You know what? When you get to this time of year, there's like golf and baseball. That's it. There's nothing else going on. Not that I don't love those two sports. It's great.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like there's no hockey, there's no football, there's no nothing until training camp start up. So training camps are starting up, and so it gets me to think about. Oh, by the way, you need to respond to Mark because he's asked if you're in for SJFFL.
I know I did.
You responded?
I talked to it.
Okay. Do we have a draft date?
Huh?
Do we have a draft date?
No, I don't think he's said it yet.
Oh, because we got to figure that out soon. What we're doing.
I know.
What are you working on?
I'm sharing this show again just to make sure people are getting it. I don't know why the Bailey Daily thing is up. That's really making me mad. I don't know how to change that right now. Maybe if we stopped the show and started it over. Oh, we're not. Well, anyway, I'll figure that out later. So that's on the timeline. Hopefully people are going to listen.
People call in. Phone home.
Phone home, Charlie.
Where's that from?
E.T.
Phone home. And what was his favorite candy?
Reese's Pieces.
Very nice.
Phone home.
How is it that movies can take one item or a TV show, one item, and that's their marketing campaign, and it just freaking explodes?
Yep. I don't.
Reese's
know.
Pieces, after that movie came out, exploded.
I know. It's crazy.
Tom Cruise drank Yoo-hoo milk in A Few Good Men.
Right.
And the marketing and the sales for that skyrocketed.
I know.
Just random. Like a random product. Random product.
Random product. Okay. Now we're going to go to more joy. And that should be having.
Just get the show off the ground.
I know.
Can't be around forever. It's already 9:15.
Yeah. All right. And it's on yours too, I think. Get more Toy Radio also. We'll share it to there. Oh, it's my man Jeff. Hold on, I gotta get him on the phone here.
Freddie boy.
Jeffrey. Hey, man. Hey, Jeffrey. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Are you watching us on YouTube? Yeah, man. Go to Facebook and watch us on YouTube, buddy. Yeah. And then call back on the phone, and I will crack you in here on the show with us. All right. All right. Watch for a minute, and then crack, and then call us, and we'll put you on. Yep. All right.
So
I think it's the wrong phone. This is my phone. That's my old phone.
hopefully someone will call you. But
Well, I think Jeff's going to.
Here's one of our segments. Here's one of our segments, and we can ask him.
Hit it. Go ahead.
Your top 5 and most embarrassing moments.
Oh, man. Well, number one, you were with me. Okay. Number one. I think it's number one.
Let's go 5 to 1 because I've got my 5 down to 1.
All right. Well,
One of them was today.
No way.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was.
Who's calling you? You don't.
It was. I got to the store.
Yeah.
Got all my items.
Yeah.
Got to the checkout.
I hate that. I hate this. No wallet.
Yep.
Was it even in your car?
Yes, it was in my glove
Oh,
compartment.
you're lucky. Because I've had that where I didn't even have my wallet.
But
period.
the fact that it was, I had 2 people behind me, and I just quietly said, "I'll be right back."
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, what they can do is they can print up.
I felt like
hold
such
receipt.
a dickhead.
They can print up a hold receipt and then go ahead and take the next people. And when you come back, they put in the code.
But the fact that I had done through all that process,
oh yeah, I've been there.
I didn't have my wallet on me.
I've been there. I'm sure other people have been there, no doubt.
So that was well.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not my number one. I'll get to my number 1. But what are your top 5 most embarrassing moments ever?
Well, first of all, we're going to have to do this because I'm going to have to plug in Jeffrey when he calls. Top 5. Let me see. So number 5, I don't know, embarrassing or
Top 5 of your 53 years on this earth. Your top 5 and most embarrassing moments.
well, one was a delayed embarrassing moment. I'll put this as my number 5. When I was in high school, I was a senior, and we had Spirit Week, right? So we had all kinds of contests throughout Spirit Week. Well, one of the contests we had, and I was a pretty spry dude. I played soccer, was in the band and everything like that. Wasn't as big and goofy
Drum corps.
Yes, right. 84 drum corps. Anyway,
you need to say that with gusto.
it's the 84 drum line, by the way. Robinson ran is
Okay.
84 drum line.
Yeah,
No,
you need to say that with gusto
right.
because that was your life
That
at
was my
Robinson,
life at
was
Robinson.
drumline.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, why not? Well, I'm not going to get into why it is my life. Just like male cheerleaders. What?
What?
Okay. So anyway, my number 5 was they had a pie eating contest, and I raised my hand. So he said, "All right, Lee, come up here," because a lot of people knew me from doing
What kind of pie?
cherry pie.
Never mind.
She's my
Never
cherry
mind.
pie. Anyway, no, the cherry pie eating contest. So we got up there, and we were allowed to use our hands. Okay.
Like miniature pies or like the whole damn thing?
Oh, it was a big pie.
Okay.
So everybody had one, all the different classes, right? This is a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior class fight, racing against each other.
Okay.
And we were allowed to use our hands. So we started chowing about halfway through. I thought my most embarrassing moment was going to come because I thought I was about to spew everywhere. Okay. First of all, I was like this. I was like, whoa. I had to stop for a second while everybody else was still eating. I had to stop and go, okay, I'm good. And then I finished and I won. Okay. That wasn't the bad part. But Mr. Ruth at Robinson, the photographer of Robinson High School, he goes, "Hey, Lee." And I turned around and he had his camera and I went like this. Right? I got cherry pie dripping from my fingers. It's on my face. And I'm going, "Now I look pretty good. It's kind of studly. I gotta call out myself and say, in those days I had the nice hair and I looked pretty good.
Right.
But the pie eating it was good. But guess what? In the 1984 yearbook, I was a full color. Back in the day, they didn't have that many color pictures.
Right.
Only a few. I was a full color, page and a half at the front of the yearbook. Not the number 1, but like the 5th or 6th page in. And there's this picture of me going like this, with cherry pie dripping. The stuff people wrote on other people's yearbooks about that picture, like, what did he just eat? A little baby? Did all these things? Oh my God!
Like Ozzy Osbourne chewing the head off a bat.
Exactly. They said little babies as in, but they said,
okay.
Yeah, whatever. It was gross, and that was the embarrassing thing is I'm like looking at other people's yearbooks, and they're basically ruined because people are writing nasty ass crap in their yearbooks on my picture. It was the biggest picture anybody had ever taken of one person and put in the yearbook. Why they chose that picture to put in the yearbook, a lot of people knew me,
right?
Because I announced the shows and all that kind of stuff.
The Ram Jam.
Well, I didn't do Ram Jam. I did Ram Jam 1 year,
okay,
and then but I used to do like the talent shows we had and stuff like that. In fact, I had been kicked out of school my senior year right at the end, and I came back to do the talent show, and I'll never forget, Dr. Tyler. He kind of, as the show's over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm leaving. I've got my stuff together. I'm getting ready to, because I put on a different tie for every act. Doof. Anyway, but Shelly Harris was my co-host, and we have a big picture in the same yearbook of she and I, hosting the talent show, and it was a pretty good picture too. But the thing was, as I'm leaving, Dr. Tyler goes, "Mr. Bailey, come over here, Mr. Bailey." Dr. Tyler's awesome. He was about this tall, black guy, super, super nice guy. But he "Mr. Bailey, come over here for a second, please. Mr. Bailey, come over here." So I walked over there to him, and he goes, "Mr. Bailey, did you not get removed from the school for the last 2 weeks of school?" I said, "Well, yes, sir, but I was committed to doing this." He said, "Well, you're not supposed to be on school property, but I understand you're trying to keep your commitment, and I appreciate that, but I just want you to know you need to stay home until you go to summer school." Because I had to graduate from summer school. Yeah, I'll admit, that's an embarrassing thing, too. That's embarrassing. Yeah. It's one of my other most embarrassing things that I had to graduate from summer school. Of course, I got all A's in summer school. I just never did homework. So when we went to school, homework was 70% of our grade.
I would. No, I couldn't do summer school.
No.
All right, so that's one. Man. Okay, so now you got 4 more.
I got 2. I got one was the cherry pie.
Okay.
The next one was having to graduate from summer school
my
senior year.
Okay.
But the cool thing was everybody else had Mr. Jackson, who took over halfway through the year. They had him giving them their diplomas. I got Bob Russell. He was our guy for the whole time I was at Robinson and beyond.
Right.
He was the first principal ever at Robinson. Anyway, so yeah, that's cool. That was cool. In summer school, I went to West Springfield for summer school, but Bob Russell gave me my diploma, and that was awesome. We used to call him Whiskerhead, and he loved that. He just loved that. Anyway, so that's 2. Where's the second one for you?
Well, okay, so the one was got to the checkout counter. The other one was, you ever walk into a restaurant or walk in any kind of establishment and you can't explain it, but you tripped over something and you almost stumbled to the ground. Trip over a curb, trip over something, and there's a bunch of people around you.
You don't remember, do you, Bill?
And
you don't remember. That's my most embarrassing moment, Bill. And you don't somehow remember. I don't understand that.
No. I can give you an embarrassing moment for Reen.
No.
Which she never lived down to all of her friends every time she told the story.
What, her panties fell off or something?
No. We were in Paris.
Yeah.
We were visiting some friends in Paris. And the House of Dior is this very famous shop. That
with
people
all kinds of clothes and
it was just it's a famous clothing store.
Yes.
She tripped in the front door.
On her face. Boom.
Almost on her face, but she tripped in the front door. And everyone was just looking at all French people, but whatever. The people were looking at her. Yes, American. But no, she tripped on this very famous store in Paris. And she was embarrassed. She would always tell the story and laugh about it, but never lived it down. Anyway, no.
I wish I'd known that story. I would have said, "Hey, Rain, Dior."
Yeah,
that's what I would have done.
She would have left. So tripping. Did I trip into something?
No, Bill. We were driving down Zion Drive. And remember those mega houses that got built there? We went into one of the models, and we were looking around. We're fantasizing about if this was our house, what we would do this, whatever. And so we're coming out. If you don't remember this, it's driving me crazy.
I got to figure where Zion Drive is again.
Zion Drive is like right up the street here, and you turn right, and you go down and make that real hard right turn by the church, where Marcus's church is.
Okay.
And there's these big houses on the right. They just built them.
Okay.
It's like one of the first of those big. Now they have them everywhere.
Did we break something?
No, I came down. Well, we were doing all kinds of goofy stuff to the TVs, all the fake TVs they have.
Right.
But then we came out, but we were being serious about, what we would do with.
Oh yeah, I still go in model houses today. God, I would love to have this crap.
So we're walking outside down the driveway. You don't remember this, Bill? God, I can't believe you don't remember this.
Oh, you tumbled down the driveway.
No, we're coming down the driveway, and we get to the bottom of the driveway, and I look up, and I go, Bill, is this not the most beautiful day you've ever caught my toe? Because one of those things so someone couldn't pull in the driveway, one of those curb things was right there. I was looking up. I didn't see it. And I
do remember that now.
And I went down and rolled like 3 times down into the street.
I do remember that now.
Okay, so did Bill say, dude, are you okay?
No, I was laughing.
No, he fell on the floor himself. He started laughing. Yeah, I was hurt, actually. I banged. I went down on my elbow pretty hard.
Well, that's your problem.
Bill's just on the floor laughing. And he's in pain because of the laughing.
Yeah,
he's holding his side. He's like, oh, my God.
I do remember that now.
I'm like, do you care if I'm hurt? What if I had a head injury, Bill? Good God. Yeah, I'll remember that. I'll never forget that one.
I do remember that now. That was funny. Yeah. That was funny.
Wasn't funny.
What are the other ones?
Yeah, tell people that one all the time.
You ever gotten in your car? You've gone in to get something to drink or something to eat. You've gone out to your car.
Yep.
Put your keys in the car.
Yep.
Put your drink on top of the car.
Yep.
Get distracted.
Drive down. You hear clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yep. Happened to me last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I put a sweet tea on top of my car. I think I got a phone call or something. I was distracted. Yep. I backed out. Sweet tea goes all the way down the. I was so pissed. I was so pissed because.
Where'd you go to get this drink?
It was the Wendy's right there in Centerville.
Did you take it back in and go, dude?
I didn't even. No. I think I
drove to 7-Eleven.
No, I think it was on the way to a Peanuts game with Fred. I just threw it in the trash. And when you do stuff like that, you automatically look around to see who's watching you.
Yeah.
And there were like probably 4 or 5 cars. I don't think anybody really.
You know what
they
I
didn't
do?
give me weird looks,
I'm
but
glad
it's
you got out and
like
picked up
I
your
was.
cup.
Oh,
You know what I do? I just get the hell out. I don't care about that damn cup. I would just.
Well,
I
think the windows are up because, dude, I was screaming at myself. I was like, "Bill, you jackass, you dumb." Beep, 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 beep. I was like, oh my God, I was pissed.
You needed Jesus, huh?
Well, please let me play it.
No.
No one's going to say anything.
Pull her out when she says the other part.
I can't.
By the way, you know what? She says forking. It's mother forking. So, yeah, we can listen to it. We just have to verify so people don't think it's the other word because it certainly was not. Good heavens. We would never play that on this station, on this show. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of freak ass store is this? And you two motherfuckers need Jesus.
There you go. See? I think that worked.
I
think I got on top of it.
I think I watched that movie last night. Oh, God, it was great. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
it went all down.
What are your favorite quotes from movies, dude? You love how random this show is, right? What are your favorite movie quotes, Bill? I feel the need.
No, that's not favorite movie quotes. I'd have to think for a second. Some of my favorite movie quotes.
Most of mine come from A Few Good Men. My favorite is Kevin Bacon. I got it after the whole trial's over. He goes, "Well, I gotta go get the apostle." I'd have to. It might have to be arrested.
It might have to be another show for me to think of quotes. Because I can't think off the top of my head right now.
What was his name in Few Good Men? John what? It was Lieutenant
Kendrick.
Yeah, Lieutenant John Kendrick.
Yeah.
I gotta go pick up the Apostle John Kendrick. Lord our God. That was one of my favorite quotes.
Lord our God.
I have 2 books by my bedside table: the King James Bible and the Marine Corps. What did he say? Oh no,
the King James Bible and the Lord our God.
No, he says I have 2 books. I have 2 authorities.
The Marine Corps is it the Marine Corps? The Marine Corps manual and the King James Bible
Code of Conduct,
right?
And the King James Bible. I recognize 2 authorities in my life: my commanding officer, Colonel Nathan R. Jessup, and the Lord our God.
Yeah.
The Lord our God.
Yeah,
oh my
I'll
God.
think about that for the next show. My favorite quotes.
All right.
What was the other one? All right. This is number 2. Okay. Number 1 was the dumbest thing I've ever done, and every time I've told to my family or around friends, my wife, I think she about pees her pants. She's laughing so hard. But number 2, have you ever been to a friend's house? It's a party. Everyone's having a good time.
And you clog the toilet.
No, you come close. And that is the ultimate. Dumber, dude. But it's the ultimate. You love Jesus so much that you do not want. Dude, it gets right to the edge.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
that's clogged. Oh, then it went down.
God,
and then it went down, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, this was at our corporate office. We were there for a manager's meeting, and at the end of the meeting, because these meetings are like an hour and a half, so like everyone's going to the bathroom, and so I had to go to the bathroom. But you get to a friend's house. It's like the Seinfeld episode. There was a Seinfeld episode the one time that the scariest thing aside from death is if the toilet is almost going to overflow if you're at a friend's house. And I've been at friends' houses before where it's come dangerously close, and there's no plunger. There's no way you're watching it. You're asking Jesus to please have whatever it takes to work its way down. Because if you leave the bathroom, someone's going to come behind you, and then when they come back out, they're going to point to you or give you the look from across the room that you were the one who flooded the freaking toilet. Who's calling you?
My man Jeff. He's asking. So it's my phone number, Jeff. Do you have it in your phone? And I don't mind putting it out there, Jeffrey. So Jeff's going to call in here and tell us what the hell.
We need to play the serial game with Jeff.
Okay, we can do that.
But I'm going to ask him his 5 most embarrassing moments.
All right, Jeff, you ready for 5 most embarrassing moments? You better be thinking about it, son. All right, we're going to put you on as soon as you get up here, buddy.
So I can give you my number 1.
Get on up, son. Come on, get up, son. Well, I don't know. I don't know why we're waiting. We'll just have him call. When he calls, he calls. Yada bing bam boo. All right, so I don't know. He asked for my number. I gave it to him.
Okay.
So now we just waiting game. But we don't have to wait. What else you got?
My number 1 of all time.
Embarrassing moment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. What was it?
I was a director of sales. I'm not going to say the hotel chain, but I was a director of sales.
Marriott.
No.
Holiday Inn? Okay.
This is back in the day before you...
Here he is. Hey, Jeffrey. Yeah, hold on. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure you're on with us here. Stand by there, Charlie. Dun, 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 dun. Say something now, Jeffrey.
1, 2, 3. You're listening to the More Joy Radio Network. Hey, check 1, 2, 3.
Why isn't it going through the phone?
Hey, the Bill.
Yay!
Yo!
Hey.
Yo!
Wow, okay.
Jeff, we need your help.
Jeff,
Yeah, I'm watching what you're doing here, which is interesting.
We need your help because we need your voice to be the intro of the LMB show.
I already told him to do that, and he said he would, but he never has. Bad boy.
Well, there's a minor thing in between all this, which was called a double lung transplant.
That's true.
It was minor. Jeff, it was a minor hiccup in the LMB show.
Reason for hiatus.
Yeah, there you go.
On the Lee Bailey Show.
Hey, Jeff, how many embarrassing moments have you had in your life?
How many have I had, or how many have I admitted to?
How many have you admitted to?
That would probably be probably 1, maybe 2.
You ever been in a friend's house? You've been in a party. You've gone to the bathroom. You used the bathroom.
He just said he's the plumber. Calling.
And the toilet went all the way to the top.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that...
That's your Jesus moment.
You can't get too graphic about stuff like that, but it will put you in a panic, and it will actually contribute to more of the problem, if you know what I mean, if you're not careful. So,
but that's your Jesus moment. That's when you're praying. You become a very religious man because you know the fact when you walk out of that room, someone else is waiting to use the bathroom. Now they can't use the bathroom, and you become enemy number 1.
Or you go out the bathroom door and you go, "Hey, look, Justin Bieber," and then make a run for it.
That's right. Justin Bieber's here.
Hey, you ever been to
Robert Mueller's in the driveway?
Hey,
Robert Mueller.
You ever been to a grocery store, going through the checkout line, getting all your stuff, realized you didn't have your wallet?
I did that a week ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, and
how much stuff did you have in the cart?
I probably had 15 different things.
Ooh, nice.
It's one of these things where if I get worked up to go to the grocery store, I'm either really hungry or I'm looking for chocolate and peanut butter. It's one of the two.
Right. Exactly.
Oh.
So, Lee, I got a question for you, bud.
Ask
What is
me.
on tap for the Lee Bailey Network, More Joy Radio? You've got your cohort here. You guys sound great. What is on the radar coming up here this summer?
You know what?
Building a studio.
We're going to build a studio at my house, and that's a go. Actually, that's a dang gone go.
What?
Well, I'll tell you from what I'm watching on YouTube, you guys look like you're already in a nice studio.
Well, we are, but this is a location, a venue that it's can't be here forever. So,
I get it. Yeah,
I'm moving. As many people may know, because of the lung transplant, I have been living with my mom. She's been taking care of my food issues that I have, and I've actually taken over that because I don't have any restrictions as far as using. I couldn't when I was on oxygen. I couldn't use the gas range, obviously. But
Right.
now that I don't have any oxygen, I can use the gas range. Yeah, that's all I needed is to turn that on and light up like a Roman candle, shooting shit out, shooting things out of the top of my head. Watch my legs.
Yeah, that's definitely a distraction for anything that's plumbing related. That's for sure.
Yes. In fact, I think that would then cause some plumbing issues. I think most people who catch on fire must poop their pants at the same time. I'm guessing that. I don't know if that's true, but I think I might. Anyway,
I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can Google that.
No.
Yeah. What else do you do when you catch on fire? Well, Google says your fingernails. Whatever. So Jeff, I would say to you, my friend, that we're going to build this studio. This studio will still be in operation. So we'll still be doing More Joy Radio out of here. We'll still be doing these shows like this. One day I'll get you to come be on the show. But we have had you on the show before. I've had you on the show via
a couple weeks ago.
Zoom.
He was here a couple
Via
weeks ago.
Zoom. Well, he was here. Yeah, that's right. He was on the show, but we didn't get that up because I screwed up something, which is normal. Yeah, because my executive producer hadn't come in here to double check everything for me. But I think this YouTube thing is the way we're going to go from now on, Jeff, because we can play music, we can talk about what we want to talk about, and it's easier also to share with everybody. Just taking the thing and popping it in on Facebook everywhere, and we could go on Instagram and share it, or
Yeah. I mean, you guys look and sound great. The picture quality is excellent. I don't think there's a lot more that needs to be done. It's all about what are you guys going to do with the show itself, the content. How do you want to make things happen, and how do you want to bring in the audience to find more joy? I mean, that's your whole mission here, especially after this life-changing event, right?
Right, exactly. And one of the things with this show, though, the LMB show, is totally random.
Yeah, it's seriously not serious at all.
Seriously not serious at all.
It's hijinks and tomfoolery.
Yeah, that's right. So, but
we find the more we go down memory lane and talk about stuff, we get people that will chime in and we'll ask them some of their memories, and it's just bantering back and forth. And what we find that people like to go down memory lane and just have funny memories of living in the Northern Virginia area. We were talking about high school, and Lee took summer school, and had to graduate summer school, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely remember trying to graduate summer school one year. So, question for you guys: if anyone of you know about the Facebook group back in the day, Northern Virginia?
Right, and that's the plan. I just want to make sure the radio station is up and straight away and tight before I start putting it out there. I just recently got I joined a couple of Facebook support groups for sarcoidosis. It's really got me started on this whole lung crap, and then also transplant community. And the transplant community has thousands of people. The sarcoidosis the other day, I went live because I don't like to type, and I wanted to answer some of the questions that I'd seen because it was sarcoidosis for beginners group. And there's like a couple, at least 700-900 people, and they're all over the world because I met CJ Cartwright. He's from London or from England, and he was telling me, the doctors don't know nothing about sarcoid there. So we were able to share some information, and I had like 200 and some views, man. It was huge.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was huge. And so I suggested, as I was doing the show, what about Sunday nights at 7:00? And everyone was like, that'd be awesome. Let's do this all the time. So that's the plan. The plan is to, and I'll just use Facebook because that's easier. In that realm, I'll just go on and we'll just do a Q&A. But the nice thing is, I can start promoting. I can start promoting these other things that I do. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be on the low level. I'm not trying to, because all these group sites say no selling anything, and I don't want to damage my, my in with them. And so I'm just going
But I think there's a difference, Lee, that you're not a vendor trying to get people to come to your Tony Robbins event. If you did what you're doing right now, like it was at PJ Skidoo's or the 29 Diner.
Oh my God! He's
or Carlos O'Kelly's and any of the places in Fairfax you all remember.
I remember that.
Yep.
Or Bradley's, right?
Pancakes.
If you were to put this show in, the back in the day group live, I think.
Hold on, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Back in the day, you remember Bradley's at Fairfax Circle?
I do.
What store was there before Bradley's?
Memco.
You remember
my
Memco, Jeff?
My brother used to play baseball.
I do
baseball
remember
right
my
across the
uncle
street.
worked there.
Memco. Your mom worked at Memco?
My uncle did.
Oh, your uncle did. That is awesome. I just remember that.
Pammy K's?
Memco. Oh, Pammy K's Donuts.
Pammy K's. No, on Friday night we get the sugar donuts.
Did you ever do that, Jeff? Jeff can't do that. Well, he could back then. That's why he's in the situation.
Yeah, back then he could get away with stuff like that. Yeah.
But you know what? With your journey and you talk to people, it's not just the transplant; it's the whole mental before,
the
mental after.
Absolutely.
The diet, the whole basically it's the whole process of not just a transplant, but hey, anybody who's going to go through this mentally, this is what you need to be prepared before, because the before for you had no idea when you were going to get one,
right?
And that mentally plays with you.
Sure.
And then you said afterwards, you kind of got into a little bit of a depression afterwards. That you were blessed to be alive, but then you start to feel sorry for yourself. Like all this stuff kicks in. You got to tell people this is what to expect. It's normal,
and tell people
this is what you're going to expect. It shouldn't be a surprise to you. So if they can go in and go, okay, he's told me to expect the mental part of it before I go in, I'm probably going to start feeling like this for a while and feeling sorry for myself.
But know that you can set that aside,
and you can get through it.
You can get through it. Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole mission, Bill. As you know, my whole mission, Jeff, is to have an opportunity to speak to people about the transplant process, about sarcoidosis in this case, and because sarcoid is just the craziest dang disease ever, because it affects so many different things, and people just don't realize. The one thing they were talking about yesterday, which is what prompted me to do a little live, is they were talking about rashes. Like some people get these horrific rashes on their knees or on their legs or in their abdomen. They think they have shingles. It's not shingles, it's just sarcoid. And it's causing the lymph nodes that are close to the skin to activate the redness in the skin. Anyway, I've never had a rash from sarcoid, but I've had 2 cataract surgeries. I've had a kidney stone. I have splenomegaly.
Did you pass kidney stones?
You know what's great about
you have?
Yes, I have. But guess
I've
what?
heard that's like one of the worst experiences
not
ever.
For me, because the doctors told me I had a real bad pain. And so listen to this. This is kind of funny, Jeff. I don't know if you know this or not. Have you ever had a kidney stone, Jeff?
No.
Well, everybody talks about the horror of passing a kidney stone. I don't even like to think about it. Thank you very much. So I went in. I had this really bad pain in my gut, and kind of like a band around my middle section. And at like 3 a.m., I couldn't sit down. I had to walk. I couldn't sit down or lay down or stand or sit. I had to get up and pace back and forth at the bottom of my bed. My wife's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay at all. I am absolutely in horrific pain, and I'm going to go to Fairfax Hospital." So I went out. She goes, "You want me to drive you?" I said, No. You just stay here. I'm good. I'll call you when I find out what's going on. So I drove myself to Fairfax Hospital, checked in, went back in the back. I told them how much pain I was in. They could see that. It was obvious. And so they looked at a couple of things. And the first thing they did was, we're going to hook you up to an IV. And we're going to give you some medicine. And I was like, okay. And because I gave them all the symptoms, which of course they know is entirely possibly kidney stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but they don't know for sure. But the way they find out, Jeff, is they give me this medicine in an IV. And literally within 5 minutes, there's no pain. It's gone. And I'm like, "What did you give me? Did you give me some opioid?" She goes, "No, it's just a medicine that only works if you have a kidney stone. Only works. If we'd given you this medicine, I would have come back in here in 10 minutes and I would say, 'How do you feel?' If you were still in the same excruciating pain, it's not a kidney stone."
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it was very cool. I was like, "What?" She goes, "So you don't have any pain?" I said, "Nope, it's a kidney stone." She goes, okay, I'll call ultrasound. They'll come take a look at it, and we'll find out how big it is and whether or not we need to have surgery, yada, yada, yada. They came. They said it's too big to it's not big enough to have surgery, so you're going to have to pass it. But it's significant size that you're going to need to take some heavy drugs home with you. So when you start to pass it, you need to start taking these drugs. And so I took these drugs home. I did OxyContin or something like that. I don't know. But I took them home, and the pain was gone. I mean, whatever this medicine was that got rid of the pain.
Right.
But I did feel it start to move down into position, the stone, and down into the urethra. And I'm like, uh-oh, here we go, Daddy. But you know what happened? The stone just crumbled.
Okay.
Because I went to go to the bathroom, and I felt like speed bumps, going. But that was it. I mean, no pain whatsoever. I looked up on that because I was definitely, when I felt that thing dropping down into place, I was like, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, you are my great King, Lord Jesus.
You realize this is the beginning of any true Hollywood story, right?
Yeah, I know. But I was praying, man, like I've never prayed in my life, and sure enough, I was like, yes, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome that it just completely just broke apart.
I had a little ambulance moment the other day.
No, you did not.
I did.
What?
We were, I was playing hockey.
Oh.
And it was second period, and so, I'm a goalie.
Yeah.
And so I stopped the shot and rebounded off me to the other player, and he hit it, and the puck went, and it sat right at the goal line. So I twisted a 180 in split second to try and stop it. And the moment I did that, I was like, oh my God, that hurt. Holy. And after that, I was having a tough time breathing, and it's also hot as hell in there. So under my mask, I'm like, I think I'm going to pass out. La, la, la. Luckily, one of my goalie friends was getting ready for the next game. So at the end of the second period, I told him, I tapped on the glass. I said, dude, get ready because I am not going to make it through this game. And I don't like to
You were able to get up, though?
I was able to get up. But
and play the rest of the period?
The rest of the second period, I did not feel right, though. At the moment, I twisted so fast that being almost 52, I've been goalie since I was 13. I can't do those kinds of moves anymore.
No.
And so I started the third period. He's getting all his gear on. And I told my team, I said, I hate to quit, and we're getting ready for the playoffs, but I'm like, I can't, there's something wrong. So my friend steps in, I go in, and I take all my gear off, and I'm having a hard time breathing. Like I can't breathe. So the
I think I know what that feels like.
Team was getting ready to play, and I'm starting to shake.
Okay.
And the guy, and I've known this guy a long time. He goes, dude, are you all right? I'm like, dude, I do not feel well at all. Something's wrong. I said, call Julie, and I need to get an ambulance here. And because I can't breathe right now. I'm having a hard time. So finally got the ambulance there. They get there. They put me on the stretcher. I'm still got my leg pads on.
They put a cannula
no, well, they didn't do that until they got me to the ambulance. And I get to the ambulance, and they start to give me the oxygen. And he's like, they looked around. They didn't see any bruising on the kidney because they said people crashed into me, and I don't remember it. And he goes, we don't see any bruising, but you really should go to the ER. I said, dude, I just let me breathe. Give me something so I just want to go home. He goes, dude, if I give you fentanyl to ease the pain,
you got to go to the hospital.
You're going to the ER. I'm like, no, I just want to go home and lay down. He goes, dude, I don't recommend you do that. You really should go to the ER and get this checked out. I had a friend of mine drive me home. The next 4 days was like, I did something to the muscles. And when bless you.
Whoa. That was a surprise.
When I get to that level, you know me, I started to build up anxiety. And I think that happened was the anxiety was building up, and it was just making it worse and worse and worse. But it was that'll
definitely happen.
I've had those times when your back just it's something goes wrong.
Yeah.
You can't get up. You feel like you're gonna throw up. You can't the moment you move.
So have you gone to the doctor about this, Bill?
Not yet.
Good God, Bill.
Well, the guy was like, it was funny because the guy in the ambulance, he was like, I'm 50 years old. I know what it's like. He goes, let me ask you a question. You have a jacuzzi at home? I'm like, no. He goes, well, if you had, sitting in a jacuzzi would be good for your back. I'm like, well, I don't have that. So I just need to lay down. So I just took it easy for 4 days and just relaxed, and it worked itself out. And so I feel fine now.
What happened is you probably subluxated your spine, and your muscles got used to where it is. But I'm telling you right now,
he thinks I had a back spasm is what I had, and it just had to work itself out. But he said, if I give you fentanyl, you're not driving home. You're going to the ER.
He's a paramedic. He's not a spine doctor. He's a paramedic, Bill.
Yeah. So, well, they were looking, if there was a bruised kidney, he's like, you weren't leaving the ambulance. You were going to the ER if there was a bruised kidney. Yeah. You weren't leaving this ambulance.
But you know how much it costs to ride to the ambulance.
Yeah. Oh, I'm well aware of how much that shit costs.
I know you are.
Fucking $29,000 helicopter ride.
It's the best day. It's the best time of your worst day.
Yep. So no, I took it easy for a couple of days, but no, with the whole drug situation, I have not taken fentanyl before, but Abby did when she busted her tore ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes the pain go away right away.
Yeah.
Like right away. But you're not driving home.
Okay, well, here's the problem with that. Okay, fentanyl is a miracle drug, but pain is our friend. Pain says, don't do that anymore. Okay. Yeah. So you put fentanyl in there, it blocks that pain. Then you can all kind of damage, and Jeff knows this because I think, didn't you damage your knee real bad one time, Jeff?
I had knee surgery years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's, the medicine, I've always said medicine at the right dose for the right reason is the right decision. Right. But if you're not careful with stuff like that, it'll take a little bit more to make you feel a little better. Even if you're not getting a buzz from it, and you've got to be really careful with that kind of stuff.
Ask those people down in Southern Virginia.
Yeah, there's so many people who never thought one day they'd wake up and that they're in a whole different world.
Well, see, here's the thing. All it does is it just fuels Julie to say, "Please stop playing, please stop playing." And I'm like, "I'm not going to. I'm not going to stop. I refuse."
Sounds like Jeff and flag football.
I refuse.
Right, Jeff?
Yeah, I thought I'd play till I was 50, and I ended up stopping at 33 because I said the same thing here, Bill, but it said to me, nope, your time is done. Well, today, though, I'm 54, I pumped up my football today. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I still got it. And then it's like, no, I don't.
Well, see, here's the thing is I started to think about, because I like to play golf, and I'm like, I can't have my back so screwed up that I can't play golf anymore. So that kind of is in the back of my mind too. Of I don't know how much longer I could play hockey, because now I really like playing golf, and I just don't want to screw that up. So I don't want to be like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's some great compromises there. I mean, at our age, obviously stretching is a big thing. By the way, this is the new geriatric hour of the Morning Joy, brought to you by Geritol.
Absolutely.
The Metamucil, 50, but no, it's stretching is one of those things you just have to do.
Now it's time for the Metamucil Minute.
When I was listening to your show the other day, Jeff Fitzgerald comes on like every 10 minutes. This is the More Joy thought of the day.
You know why? Because I pulled all the other IDs out. The only ones that are in there right now are Jeff.
Constantly comes on.
I made a whole bunch, so I just haven't put them back into the radio.
Oh my God!
So, yeah, no, the radio station is going to take a whole new direction. It's going to have music. I have to, with the format that I'm on, the platform I'm on, I have to have 4 minutes of commercials every hour. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 8 minutes from the top of the 1 hour at the end of 1 hour and then the beginning of the next hour. So that, what does that mean? That leaves 52 minutes of nonstop music. And
yeah, but 8 minutes is a long time. You don't want to lose people.
Yeah, it's the top of the hour, and we don't have. And I can.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you can
some
put in commercials, and
some
2 minutes of that'll be all these things that happen to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So, but I'm going to roll in, thing, and that's what we'll do is we'll have the commercials, right? But we'll say between each commercial, we'll say, you're hearing a lot of commercials right now, so that we can come up and play 52 minutes of straight music for you after these commercials are done. You know what I mean?
But our show,
what do you think, Jeff?
Our show needs to go on More Joy Radio and do an hour show like they do in the morning, like the rush hour.
I know.
Where people can from 6 to 7, and the whole show was designed just to be funny and not be serious about anything, because that all these other places are also serious about everything. Ours is just
the LMB Show
gives you something to think about. It's not serious at all.
There you go.
It's just mindless fun. It's like it's the radio show version of Dumb and Dumber. I thought of my favorite quote.
I like that. The LMB Show, seriously not serious. On today's show, hockey puck injuries, lung transplants, and diabetes.
Yeah. And what is your day like today? I thought of
exactly. That was just one person.
Hey, this is the new encouragement show. We want to tell you how horrible our lives are, so you can feel good about yours.
Yeah. And what are the non-pathetic people doing today? Yeah. I thought of my favorite quote.
I like that one. Hey, how y'all you non-pathetic people doing today?
So I thought of my favorite quote, which comes actually, strange enough, from Top Gun. Okay. When he says, I can't think of the colonel's name, but he goes, "Maverick, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash."
There's no colonels in the Navy.
Or whatever he was, Admiral, whatever he was. Maverick, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Yeah.
Which is us in our 50s. Our ego is writing checks our body can't cash.
Listen,
no more.
Mine was, I think I wasn't quite 50 yet, but I was like 48 or something, getting close. And we went to, and I love roller coasters. I love all kinds of rides at the park and stuff. We took my young kids. I was probably then in that case, maybe 40, 43 or something. But we took them to Sesame Place up in Philadelphia, which is one of our favorite places to go. We got to hang out with the characters, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, I thought to myself, I'm going to scare the kids. Let's go do the teacup ride. And we got on the teacup, my daughter and my son, and I started spinning that sucker. And about all of a sudden, I had to stop spinning it. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I thought I was going to sprinkle a little on everybody in the whole ride, spewing out of my mouth. I mean, I got physically ill, and it was everything I could do to keep from throwing up.
Right.
And luckily, as a kid, that was one of the things I hated more than anything. So I've adapted the ability to hold it in. And I did, because believe me, I was there that close. Yeah. I had to stop that ride. I almost yelled for the guy to stop the ride and get me the hell off.
Right.
Because I was getting so motion sick. Oh, my God. And then I've ridden a couple of roller coasters that I could fit in. Now I can fit in a lot more rides, but I'm not going to ride them because I have this motion sickness thing. Right. Anything that bounces me back and forth, no way.
Right.
I don't, Jeff.
I think you guys need to do the slingshot and do a live stream.
Actually, that would be fun. You, Bill, and I for the LMB show. Oh my gosh!
Do the what?
Slingshot.
It's always one person screaming and the other one is sleeping.
Yeah, the other one passes out. It's the ride. You've seen the slingshot.
Oh, I've seen it. Right.
Yeah,
I have.
Bill, we got to do that together, dude.
Okay.
Take the camera and do shows. It's the LMB show. Woo! And I'll be getting blue.
Like you, I love roller coasters, but I've also learned in the last couple of years that I cannot ride the Grizzly no more.
No.
It bangs me around so much. I get off of that thing, and I'm like, every bone in my body's broken right now because it's so freaking rickety. But back in the day, it was fine.
Well, this is what I want.
Now I just can't handle it no more.
Remember what they added to the Grizzly and the Rebel Yell? That sheet of metal between the two seats. That ruined me, dude. Because I always adapted, right? Because my hips I'm bigger than most people. I'm bigger than your average Joe Bear. And so I would get on those rides. I would always take someone smaller with me because I knew if I took someone smaller, I could spread out a little bit.
Right.
Well, but they put those metal, we're talking titanium things between the seats. And it hurts you the whole way on the ride. And my knees are bent.
The one ride I hated was the Shockwave because it was a nut buster.
Yeah, but it's gone now. So.
Yeah, well, thank God. Yeah. Have you ever been stuck on a roller coaster?
No.
You've never been stuck?
No, luckily.
Early 90s, I got stuck. I think it was Busch Gardens. It had gotten to the top, and something went wrong, and it didn't, like the chain broke or whatever. We all had to walk all the way down all those steps.
What's your greatest fear, Jeff, about amusement parks?
Everything. No. No, I was just going to say, I think that ride you were talking about there was called Rush Hour. It was intentionally just bumper to bumper for 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the amusement parks is something that I don't personally like roller coasters and things like that. I'm pretty game for the, pony circus. I might do that one with the kids, but I think the ones that are built in are probably fun, but, I think everybody knows to stay away from the one for the guy shows up with the mullet, sets it up with the cigarette in his mouth, and he's people lining up.
Have you seen that there's a commercial now for that.
A new commercial?
Yeah, there's a new commercial, and it's the new Geico commercials, right? It's in the Geico. It's saying,
I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, and he's sitting there and she goes, "Is this a safe ride?" He goes, "Well, I put it together myself this morning."
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
She goes, "So it's safe?"
I guess so. It's
I guess
okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. No, the steel roller coasters I'm fine with, like the Intimidator or the Dominator. If it's a steel, or it's gonna,
if it flips it flips me around upside down and everywhere.
If I'm locked in with a harness and it's a steel and I can move around, but it's the rickety stuff that I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it no more.
Mine's emotions.
I don't trust any of it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think people have enough sense to figure out every mechanism if something breaks, that kind of thing.
Well,
and there's been a couple,
the drop zone I won't do.
pretty high profile accidents like that, where people have had problems like that.
Well, if the drop zone fails, if the hydraulics fail,
no.
You're done.
Have you seen how many cables are attached to that sucker just in case? Oh yeah, dude. There's no way that thing.
Just the fact that it's dropping like that.
Especially in this country, boys, both of you, the litigious society that we live in, they double, triple, quadruple back up
safety standards. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And like you did, right? You're going to the top. I bet it's some kind of little stupid red light came on, and they stopped the ride and said, "Okay, we're gonna have to walk you down," which is more dangerous than letting the ride go.
It was scary walking back down. Yeah, no doubt about that.
I can't even imagine, dude.
So
did they come up and get you all individually?
They all
take you down?
Yep, they came up and got us.
Yeah.
Walked all the way back down again.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But when you got a 15-year-old come up to get you out of the ride, and that's a safe. Yeah, he's a firefighter. Yeah.
Well, I always like the signs that say "Keep your hands and legs inside the car." How the hell are you gonna get your legs out of the car?
That's what I want to do.
It's impossible.
Well, we talked about this already, though, Bill.
That's true.
Yeah,
but the audience didn't
like
know.
In the day when I used to sit on like the Rebel Yell, and I'd have a kid next to me from youth group or whatever who was smaller than me. I put that lap belt down. That lap bar goes on my lap, and then that person is like totally. I had to hold them in their place. Anyway, so how's everybody going at your family's house, there, Mr. Jeff?
Oh, things are going good. I'm actually. I'm gonna roll here in a couple minutes. I was upstairs with Sam here a little earlier, and I want to go back up. I was cleaning up our music room, so.
You got a nice music room. I saw you were playing the piano. I heard it when we were talking earlier.
Oh, I'm not the musician. We got our daughter's just incredible, and we love hearing her play and stuff. And so we've got a set up where we can learn a little bit, and that's always fun on the weekend.
Right.
Jeff needs to come to my studio.
Oh my gosh, Jeff and Sierra. Actually, that needs to happen, Jeff. He lives in South Riding, so it's kind of
cool.
Yeah.
Give me his cell number. I'll text him my sports bar.
Yeah. We'll text you pictures of the sports bar.
What?
And he's also got a full stage set up. Well, Jeff does Game Show Local. Where's your next location? They're coming up in soon, right?
August 14th, Dominion Trail Elementary, but August 24th.
August 14th, Dominion Trail Elementary. It's the Game Show Local with your host, Jeff something. He always comes up with
I make up a new name every time I do it. Yeah, but August 24th, we're doing the local arts center here.
And be your announcer.
Yeah. We're working through all that stuff. But what kind of studio are you talking about? A music or production studio?
It's going to be.
It is. It's a full stage. I've got lighting. I've got a 24-track recorder. I've got an electronic drum set. I've got piano. I've got mics. I got the whole setup. I got a Eddie Van Halen
guitar. Awesome, man.
We'll send you a picture of the stage, but the lighting can be done where it looks like you're in a club.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I have a Line 6 Spider speaker system, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I'm pretty on good terms with Guitar Center. They have all my stuff.
I was over there 2 days ago. And I tend to like to hang out there, but I know better.
It can get expensive. That's true.
Well, I thought to myself that, a really good workout would be to go into Guitar Center every day, just like you go to a gym. But go into the Guitar Center and sit down at the drum set and just play a drum solo.
There you go. The God of Thunder.
Yeah, God of Thunder. That's right. And rock and roll. Oh.
No, but the sports bar is stuff I've had ever since I was a child. I have everything down there.
He does.
Movies, music, sports. Crazy. It's all there. It's like a little museum.
Well, you can see back here. That is a U.S. national team, men's national team jersey that Bill brought in to hang.
From the 1990.
Cool.
Yeah. So
We had base. I need to bring football jerseys in.
some football jerseys. Yeah, we got a fantasy football. Jeff, are you doing? You do fantasy football?
You know, I've never gotten in it. The only year that this was a real long time ago, before the rules were all like crazy. The only year I did it, I don't know how they did it, but they let me draft, I think, like 13 kickers because I figured I could win with points. But that was like 2004. I've never been in it like I should, but some of that's because I've just been kind of put off to the NFL in general.
Right. Right.
You know, I work with the grassroots American Football League. I like a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the college football better than I do pro. It's a lot more exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But also, the grassroots football league is good in the AK7. AK-47 league.
Yeah, it's A7FL. Yeah, if you're playing the Baltimore, it might be, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's grassroots. Nobody gets paid. No pads, no helmets. Full tackle. 7-on-7
tackle, and they play it, and they have referees and everything. I mean, they have. It's really.
Oh yeah, and
it's awesome.
And they have got a big following on YouTube. Some of their videos are over 1 million views.
Nice.
And they just had the championship this past week with the Pennsylvania Immortals winning, and yeah, pretty cool league.
The Immortals.
The one sport I was watching on ESPN a couple weeks ago, rugby. I don't understand the sport, but these guys are full on, no pads.
Yeah.
They must have been drinking beer beforehand, and they're just beating the crap out of each other, but no pads.
Listen, rugby, they don't drink beer beforehand, but after, they all go to the pub together. Like they can be fighting on the field.
Oh, they're down in some Guinness. There's no doubt.
They're beating each other to death.
I just don't understand the sport. I don't understand the rules.
Oh yeah, well, I don't understand all of them, but I know what scrums are. I know what backs. Backs are actually the guys out front. The guys who are in the back are the backs or the forwards.
That's pretty good there, Lee.
Stop it. The forwards are the defensive kind of guys, and the backs, obviously, backs are up. In soccer, fullbacks are defensive. But in rugby, the backs are like running backs in football.
Okay.
They're the guys who do all the tossing the ball back and forth across, and then they can kick it from anywhere. They can drop kick it from anywhere.
Right.
Which is what that guy for the punter for, I think, San Diego. Who's the punter for this year? Or maybe it was Seattle, and the kicker got hurt. Remember? And
I do remember that.
The punter came out and drop kicked.
Yep. Like 70
yards,
extra
points or something. It wasn't that long, but it was pretty cool. So that was pretty slick. I like that. My dad used to talk. He talks about that all the time. I mean, I can't believe these guys missing a 30-yard field goal. I used to drop kick 40-yarders. I never missed. Never missed. And then I had to take my shoes, my cleats off so I could walk home in the snow, uphill, both ways.
Do you know the only person in the NFL, he was a quarterback, only quarterback to ever drop kick a field goal?
Yeah, Flutie. I just watched it the other day, actually. I just saw it on the ESPN on ESPYs.
Yep.
Did you watch the ESPYs?
Not the other day, I didn't know.
Well, let me tell you something. OG, whatever his name is that does the show, he's not funny.
You know what show you need to watch? I think it comes out in a couple weeks, or maybe it's this week. Peyton Manning's new NFL show where he interviews a bunch of NFL greats. Dude, it's hilarious. Go watch the trailer. It's absolutely hilarious.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, did you hear about this show?
I have not heard about it, but I'm going to check it out. I'm a big Broncos fan, so he qualifies.
Yeah, Peyton Manning's NFL. It's all based on the NFL 100-year of that, but he gets J.J. Watt involved. He gets Terry Bradshaw. He gets a bunch of the greats, and he goes back and talks to them in interviews. And just with Peyton Manning's comedic timing, dude, it's hilarious. It's hysterical.
He has incredible.
It's hysterical. Timing. It's really funny.
I love his Brad Paisley commercials. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully,
what key is?
Yeah, hopefully he can get to New York and do a search for his brother because his brother's nowhere to be found.
I know.
Yeah, him and his brother do a bit where Peyton Manning chucks a football off. I think it's a 20-story building into Central Park or something like that. But no, you go. It's on ESPN. The trailer should be there. It's supposed to be starting up this month. It's absolutely hysterical.
Well, we'll watch it.
So
no doubt.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll check it out. Hey guys, I appreciate the time. I hope you guys.
Thanks for calling, Mr.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Keep building the network.
We're trying.
And we, I could use your help, buddy. So anytime you want to.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Actually, we have a project right now, Bill, that hopefully we can get done next week. Next week, Wednesday or Thursday, Jeffrey.
What is that?
It's going to be an interview with all my team about my transplant and everything.
Okay.
So, and
let me know when.
I will. Oh, Jeff, see, Bill will help us out.
Well, you just got to let me know when.
Yeah, like I said today, it's one of those things where I think obviously it needs to be done. We need to talk about it. It's there's a lot of variables to it, but I know it's something we need to do.
Yeah, I think it is, and this light that we're using is your light, and as you can see, it's lighting up everything pretty good, especially from the side like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't want to have to turn on the other lights. As you can see, I could turn them on. Oh, Siri, good Lord, she's gonna be mad at me now. I bet she won't even talk to me now. Alexa, turn on the studio lights. Oh, see? Oh, she's ignoring me, guys. Alexa, turn on the studio lights. Now. Uh-oh.
She's mad at you.
She's totally, I called her Siri. Oh my God, I'm in trouble now. Alexa is not responding to me. Alexa, play some music.
Yeah, well, hey, you're going to be in the doghouse for a couple days on one.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, I just asked her to play music and she said, sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 85 degrees
See,
Fahrenheit.
she likes Bill. She doesn't like me.
Expect a low of 76 degrees.
And
A low of 70.
I just heard her say, and tell Lee not to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
My name is not Siri.
Dude, when we get to the point where it's a low of 90 at night, we're in trouble.
I know, dude. But you know what?
All right,
Thank God for air conditioning.
Bye, man. Thanks, dude.
Jeffrey, you're the man. Ladies
I'll
and
catch up with
gentlemen,
you guys later.
Hey.
Definitely, I'll check out your studio, Bill. It's good to talk to you guys.
You too, man. We'll send you pictures.
Jeff Fitzgerald, everybody. Let's hear the clapping. Clap, 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 clap.
Golf clap.
Or the crickets. See ya.
All right, buddy. Later. All right, we need to play some music or something. All right, what do you want to do now, dude?
All right. Well, we need to get to my number one.
All right.
Well, actually, what the hell is that?
Jaguar.
So, what was another one of your embarrassing moments?
What did you say?
So, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that from Goonie? What is that from?
That's just a sound effect. That's not even funny. I don't even know I'm laughing. All right, go ahead.
Question for you.
Yes.
Which letter is silent in the word scent? As in scent, smelling something?
C.
Is it S or C?
C. C, senor.
You sure?
Well, no, I'm not sure. Maybe
Because I thought about that myself.
maybe
Like,
it is the S.
which would be silent, S or C?
I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm talking with a Latino accent.
I have no idea either.
Actually, it's not. It's just a guy's accent. So that's the
And
thing.
if poison is past its expiration date, is it more poisonous, or is it
Oh, yeah, it's
no longer poisonous?
Totally no longer poisonous.
How do we know that?
Because I've tried it.
If poison is past its expiration date, so it's not more poisonous, it's less. It's no longer poisonous.
I got a question for you, Bill.
Okay.
If 7-Eleven is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, why are there locks on the front doors?
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And why is it called 7-Eleven?
I don't even have a clue. Do you know the answer to that?
If you replace W with T in what, where, and when, you get the answer to each of them. Did you know that?
If you
replace the letter W with the letter T in the words what, where, and when, you get the answer to each of them. Think about that. If you replace the letter
okay,
W.
I heard you. What? That. Okay.
I never thought about that.
Thaw.
No, it would be
What
that,
would
there,
be
and
thaw?
then. That, there, and then.
No, because
Yeah. If you replace W with T, it would be that, there, and then.
yeah, but what would become THAT?
T.
W.
No.
You said replace the T and the W.
No. If you replace the letter W with the
first letter
with the letter T.
Okay, you know what you're saying is you're saying replace. Okay, so only replace the letter W, not the letter
Correct.
T. All right. Well, see, I was swapping the letters.
Replace the letter W with the letter T. I never thought about that. I do have another question for you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my most embarrassing moment of all time.
Okay.
You ready?
What was it?
So I told you I was director of sales at a hotel chain.
Yeah.
I'm not
Did you have
gonna
someone die in one of your rooms?
No. No.
Yes, you
No.
did.
No, I didn't. And this is back before really the internet kicked into gear and all that kind of stuff. So you know how you send letters out to people,
Yeah.
you're marketing, la 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 la.
Yeah.
I got the letter all put together. I didn't have an assistant. I was doing it myself. Put it all out. Got the letter all done. It's all nice. La la la. And you know how you'll say sincerely and then your name, or regards your name, la la la, or best regards, la la la. I was off by one letter. I had put best retards.
Nice.
Signed it. 1,000 of these things went out.
Okay,
I didn't
Bill.
catch
You had to
it.
have someone proofread it for you.
I
You learned that lesson, didn't you?
Yep, I had to call almost all of these people and explain.
Best retards.
So I have a question for you.
Is this Best Western?
So I was on the way home today.
Comfort Inn?
No. So
You never worked at those two places anyway.
how many years did you work in the car dealership business?
I don't know, 6 years maybe? 6 or 7 years?
Answer me a question.
Uh-oh.
So I'm on the way home.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these cars.
Right.
Where do these car companies come up with these names? Do they pull them out of their ass? Or do they go into a sales meeting? Like Xterra, Sonata, Sierra. Where do you come up with these names?
I can only tell you that the dealerships that I've worked at have been Buick. So they had the Buick Skylark, but that was back in the 60s.
Like, where the hell did you come up with these names? Just out of your ass, or a contest, or what?
No, basically it's whoever the engineer who designed it, the architect of the car.
What's a Skylark? What is that?
I don't know. It's a large.
See, that's what I don't understand.
They thought that Skylark would sound like a fast car because it was one of the fastest cars out when it first came out. It was a really cool car, and so the Skylark, because everyone liked the larks,
Right.
Whatever. So I'm sure they just put the two together to make Skylarks. They also had, what were the other cars? LeSabre, right? A sword that cuts through all the traffic. I don't know. I made that up. But LeSabre, it's got a manly, strong name.
Because Hyundai Sonata, I have no idea what a Sonata is. What is a
Sonata?
Sonata?
It's like a song or a sonata.
Is it?
Isn't
Does
a
it mean
sonata
something
like
in
a
another
poem or
language?
something? No, it's like a poem. It's in Latin. Sonata is like a Latin word, I think, or Spanish, maybe Latino. But sonata,
Maybe.
It's like, I don't know though what sonata.
Yeah, but if
means.
you look at the really, really fancy cars, they don't have freaking names on them. Like a Maserati doesn't have a freaking name on it.
What does Corvette mean?
I have no idea.
Corvette.
But if you buy like I saw a Maserati on the road the other day. It should say Maserati, and the model of the car should be, you can't afford this.
Right.
That's to me what it should be.
Well, if you notice, also
that thing moved.
The Corvette stopped being Corvettes and it became the ZR1, the ZR6, whatever. They
did?
Started, yep. They started naming it like that. So it's just like the BMW, or just they probably caught on to the same thing. Like, ooh, let's give it a
What did
cool
Bill
name.
Paxton say in True Lies when he drove the Vet? Oh, I do remember. I can't say it on the radio though. I do remember what he said.
Well, I remember.
Although he said it in the movie.
That's okay.
He said it in the movie.
No,
No, we won't say it.
Don't do it. You can say what
You know
it
what
says
car I
about
see on the road?
things.
I see Teslas everywhere now.
Oh, you know why?
They're everywhere.
Think about it, Bill.
That's Elon Musk, right?
Yeah, but you know what the Teslas have the ability to do? Drive themselves. Okay.
Oh, not very well.
Yeah. What?
Didn't
No,
they have
that's-
some accidents with that?
Dude, of
He's the
course
one
they
who's.
did.
That's the car that's in space, right?
Yeah, that's the one. The road.
It's floating around space.
Yeah, with a astronaut in the car. That's awesome.
It is badass. I gotta say, it is pretty badass.
The best part about that is when they sent that thing up there and deployed the car into orbit. The best part about that was Elon Musk. He had the two booster rockets came back to Earth. Have you seen that video, Bill? Bill. Okay, well, after the show is over, you have to see this.
Okay.
The booster rockets come back to Earth and land simultaneously at the exact same time on the pad where they lifted off from.
How's that possible?
I know, Bill, but it is.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Now, the ones they've done so far, the idea is that they will reuse those boosters. Okay, the ones that they tested, they're not going to reuse those.
You're not supposed to reuse boosters for anything, right?
No, that's what they've always said because they didn't want to have to try and bring them back, obviously. Right. But Elon Musk said, "Yeah, we'll reuse them. It's not. It just holds fuel. You know, they just hold fuel and they."
Yeah, but if they reuse it, what if there's a crack a la the Challenger?
Right. So you make sure it doesn't have a crack. I mean, you inspect it, make sure that it's
That's
feasible
true.
to go back up. And if you hear the latest thing when they were talking about all the space stuff going on, that the Challenger, and I knew this when it happened, Bill, that the Challenger capsule, it's up in the front, the bridge or whatever, was intact, hurtling to Earth, and that they actually were talking to the astronauts as they were heading for the water. And of course, as soon as they hit the water, all of them were.
I thought they were annihilated.
They recovered.
How many planets can you name in the solar
system?
system?
All 7. Listen, you and I saw this. You and I went to Orlando, and we went to that comedy club, if you remember. And the guy was doing the Challenger things. He goes, I can't believe people are doing jokes about the Challenger accident. It's unbelievable that people are doing it. The worst part is people are laughing. So that's why I'm going to do a few. And he did a few. Like, what happened to where did the astronauts? Why didn't the astronauts take a shower before their liftoff? Well, they knew to be washed up on the beach later. Anyway.
Oh, well, that's okay.
We're not going to do that anymore. But here's one of the things though that was actually pretty ridiculous. He held up a newspaper, and it said, "This is what the headline said: 6 of the 7 astronauts' bodies have been identified."
That's surprising.
Okay, no.
Well, I guess for DNA.
Yeah, wait, no, forget it. They knew who went up in the. Everyone in the world knew the 7 guys. So how do you identify 6 and then say, "But we're not sure who that other body is"?
That's true.
That's the part that and I'm not making fun. I'm saying that is ridiculous.
Right.
That they would say, "Well, we've got 7 bodies that we recovered," which is, that's what they heard. I mean, that's what happened actually because they pulled them out of the capsule. The capsule. The reason they died is the concussion of hitting the water.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, but they recovered all of them. But to say that we've recovered all 7 astronauts and we've identified 6. What?
That's true.
That's ridiculous.
That's true.
I remember going, what?
How many planets in the solar system can you name?
I can name Earth, Neptune, Saturn, Jupiter, not Pluto. That's a Mickey Mouse planet. Oh crap, Mars. I almost forgot Mars. Can you believe that? Mars. So how many is that? How many did I just do? Earth, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune.
I'm getting to a point where I'm getting to my point.
All right.
So who named these planets?
The people who discovered them.
I understand that, but when you name all the planets and then you get to Uranus, do all the people in the room just stop for a second and go, you're going to actually...
Uranus was probably the name of the guy. His name, the guy who discovered the planet, his name was Uranus.
But imagine if you were coming from a planet. What planet did you come from? I came from Uranus. No. What planet did you come from? Because you know the jokes are going to fly.
Well, of course, but still, that's ridiculous.
Who names the planet Uranus without stopping for a second to go, wait a second?
Because
that's not the right name.
Uranus, and that's what he's always been. And other people, if they're going to mispronounce it, then that's on them. I'm guessing. I mean, that's just what I'm saying.
I just curious if people stop in the room to go, what?
I'm going to tell you something, Bill, 7th grader. That's who makes fun of the name of that planet. Okay.
I was on the way here. I was thinking about our most memorable moment of all the shows we've done so far.
What's that?
Was definitely the R2D2 and Leia. Okay. I replayed that episode when I said, "What did Leia insert into R2D2?" And you stopped.
And I said, "You mean what did R2D2 insert into Leia?" Okay. All right.
That was episode 6 or 7, and I like to replay that episode because that's definitely, to me, that's our most memorable episode.
We were
Because
howling
when I
into it.
said it, I didn't realize what I was saying.
No, but you
Anyway.
said what you said, and I'm the one that made it dirty because I'm the one that said, I think it was R2D2 that inserted into something in the layout. Yeah, but I stopped and looked at you, and that's when I said, I had to think about it for a second. Should I add my little bit?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So
it was reading an article the other day. 100 years ago, everyone owned a horse, and only the rich had cars. Well, now everyone has cars, and only the rich own horses.
isn't that funny?
It is kind of funny.
Hey, it's kind of funny, Jenny. I don't have it in my. I was looking for that song, Old Town Road, for you. Take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
You know that many animals probably need glasses, but nobody knows it?
Yeah, you know it when your dog walks into a wall. I used to have a friend. His dog used to walk into walls. I kid you not. He was blind, dude.
Yeah.
And now, mind you, and so when a guest came over to the house, he would, or she actually, I think it was a poodle. It was a standard poodle, my aunt's dog, and she would get excited because there's someone else in the house she could smell, and that's when she would lose track of where she was,
Right.
and she would walk into walls.
Right.
It was kind of funny, actually. I shouldn't have been laughing because it was sad, but when she got her bearings, she could walk around the house and never touch a wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, she'd get excited about someone being in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, but yeah, she'd go boom right in the mall.
If you rip a hole in the net, there are actually fewer holes in it than there were before. Did you know that?
What?
If you rip a hole in a net, there are actually fewer holes in it than there were before.
That makes sense.
I didn't know that. I just
If
read
you
that the
have
other
two
day.
holes in the net. If you rip a hole,
You actually have
you
fewer
rip
holes.
One hole, and all the little holes that you ripped go away into big ones.
So you actually have fewer holes.
Sure.
Didn't know
Makes
that.
sense.
I read that the other day.
That's pretty cool.
Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Let's do that
Okay.
because it's a 1 minute. 1 hour and 47 minutes we've been doing this. Yeah, Teddy.
So you need to start putting our shows on your morning radio show.
I know.
At least because what do they call morning DJs? They call it the
Morning shows.
morning shows,
Yeah,
the rush hour shows, the whatever they call them.
Drive time.
Yeah. We should put that up.
Yeah.
Have people go to it and listen to us on the way to work.
They use their data up too much, though, unfortunately. I'm trying to get us on Sirius, dude.
Well, I mean, people go to the live 365 on their phone.
They can, but they have to. But
They're not using a lot of data, are they?
Yeah. Not a lot, but enough. You can't listen. But if they're good to work, they can put on the Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Done.
So people listen to our radio shows in the morning.
Yeah.
While you're at work. And
Just
be
go to
entertained.
morejoyradio.com and you can listen to the LMB Show and More Joy Radio.
And
it's
be-
a beautiful thing.
And be entertained.
And be entertained. In fact, we're going to, hopefully, if I can, well, I have to figure out a lot of things. So I'm hoping I can convert this, which I've done before. There's actually someone, look at that, Bill. So 2 people watching.
A whole 2 people. Wow.
That's amazing.
A whole 2 people.
I am excited about that.
Wow. We've broken a record.
All right, don't be.
Every time I look at your lung pillows, they look like ass cheeks. They really do. From this point, from this angle, they look like ass cheeks.
You're right. It does kind of
With
look
a
like that.
bunghole.
Okay, look at that. God. Listen, I want to just say right now for everyone to hear, I did not endorse any of the words that come out of this man's mouth. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a good thing this show is seriously.
Not serious at all.
There you go. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in to YouTube. Hoping that we'll do this more in the future. And you guys are the best. We love you. LMB Show loves you. If you ever need anything, please hit us up. Oh, I got to put on our song, man. We got to end our song with our
You know what we
song.
don't do anymore is we don't crack open a soda anymore before we
I
start
have
the
that
show.
too.
You need to start doing that. I had to be at a swim meet at 6:30.
Whose phone is that? Are you judging or are you
Timer.
God, someone asked me to do that one time.
Some kid did a time in 5150, and I was like jumping up and down. I thought that was great. You don't get it, do you?
Say it again.
He timed it 5150.
Oh, God, I bet you were. All right, who sings the song? Waylon Jennings?
Yes. Just the good old boys.
For some reason, I'm having a hard time finding it. Oh, my gosh. Just the good old
We
boy.
never got into SJFFL. We never got into MAG. All the stuff we need to get into.
Well, that's why it's called total randomness.
It's good that we had a guest. Thank you, Jeff, for being on the show.
Are you sure it's Waylon Jennings?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, Dukes. Here we go. It is Waylon Jennings. Well, how come he
Told
gave it
you.
What's going on here? How come we can't hear it? It's playing. What's going on, man? Lord have mercy, son. Well, we had him on it, and it was working. Well, I don't know, folks. I hope you're listening to it. I hope you can hear it. God bless y'all and have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.
Boom.